Hello and welcome to BoudicaVlogs, where we discuss the lives of Canadian women both in reality and in fiction. Today, I'd like to talk to you about something that I started using when I realized that I was fighting depression and wanted to take control back to my life. I call them action plans, and the first rule with action plans is you can only use positive, affirming statements. Negative statements or statements that you use to beat yourself up with are not helpful and are in fact counterintuitive to an action plan. Action plans are designed with the sole purpose of making you happier in your own life and make your life more geared to you. That's the purpose in the plan. So if you think that maybe you'd like to make your life a little bit more geared towards you, maybe this is something that could help you. I know it's really helped me, and that's why I wanted to share it with you all. So an action plan takes three elements. The first element is a resolution, actually several resolutions. The second are goals, and the third are plans. And I'll explain each one as we go through. So first off, to start off your action plans, you have to create your resolutions. Now, I'm not talking about your New Year's resolutions where you promise yourself you're going to lose 20 pounds. No. Resolutions are the method of creating your resolutions for your action plan is you sit down with yourself and you think about everything in your life that you want to change. And you don't actually have to write them down, but if it helps you, go ahead, write them down. Once you have everything that you can think of that you want to change in your life written down, ask yourself, why is it that I want to change these things? What is it about them that pisses me off? And try to bring together groups of similar issues and concerns, problems that you have. Try to use be statements, such as I want to be healthy, I want to be active, I want to be a comedian, I want to be an actress. Anything like that. You're using these statements, these are your resolutions. This is how you create your resolution. Your answer to the why, in other words, is your resolution. Now, once you've used up all of your complaints and you have your list of resolutions, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. This is who you actually want to be. Now, if you're not sure if your list of resolutions is adequate, accurate, you feel there's something not quite right, think about who it is in your head that you really want to be, that idealized version of yourself that we carry around in this head of ours, and think about who that person is and how she's different from who you are now. And then see if you can apply the same questions of why to that answer. And then make further resolutions or adjust your resolutions accordingly. Now, a word about resolutions that I'm going to repeat frequently during this video. Be kind to yourself. Be reasonable. Don't beat yourself up. The purpose of this process is to make you happy. And beating yourself up is not going to make you happy. So, you have your list of goals. You have your list of resolutions. Now it's time to create goals. Now, goals are targets to be reached within a certain time frame. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, action plans are limited within the time frame that you specify. With that time frame, be honest with yourself, be kind to yourself, challenge yourself a little bit, but don't beat yourself up about it if you don't reach your goals. That's not the point. So, looking at your resolutions, think about what you need to accomplish to reach your resolutions. For example, one of my resolutions is be healthy. I know myself to be overweight. So I set myself the goal to lose X amount of weight by such and such time. Now, as I said, be reasonable. Remember, health-wise, it says that you should not lose more than 1 to 2 pounds a week. So I'm saying this, putting that out there because I know it's a common complaint with women that we all think we're overweight. Talk to your doctor, get the actual facts, and bear that in mind and be reasonable. No matter what your goal is, be reasonable with said goal. And don't worry if some of your resolutions you don't have goals for. It happens. And also, if your goal is not achievable within the span of this action plan, also don't worry about it. Action plans are always a work in progress. They're always something you're going to be refining and going back to and changing because this is your life you're talking about and life happens. So Don't put a goal down that you know you can't reach, because then you're just going to beat yourself up about it, and that, once again, is not the point. Once you have your list of goals, by the way, limit yourself to 10 goals, especially when you're starting out. You don't want to overburden yourself with objectives, because honestly, we're not going to reach them all. Set yourself reasonable goals and limit yourself to 10, because that means you will prioritize the things that you want to and have to change right away first. The last step to your action plan is making plans. Now, plans are the everyday, the whole hum activities that you plan to do every single day. These are perhaps some of the simplest part of action plan, but they're also the hardest to apply. They're the stuff that you promise to yourself you're going to do. The time you take for yourself to be who you want to be. For example, you could say every day, I'm going to give myself an hour to read my favorite author. That sounds really simple and really small, but consider the fact that that hour, you're not available for other people. You're not answering their demands. You're setting that time aside for yourself. So plans can be really difficult to apply because they affect other people, and it takes time for people to adjust to our schedules when they change. Stick to them as hard as you can, barring emergency. But once again, if you can't, if it's just not possible for you to reach a particular plan on a daily basis, don't beat yourself up about it. Figure out the problem, rework the problem, and change it. Or change it for the next action plan. It's always a work in progress, just as you are a work in progress. Always affirming positive statements, and once again, don't beat yourself up. I say this repeatedly because, personally speaking, that's the one thing I struggle with, is being extremely hard on myself. And every woman that I know shares the same problem. We're always beating ourselves up. So don't do it. So, and once again, with plans, you also have a limit of 10, because you're not going to be able to do 100 things every day. Just, unless you're Superwoman, it's not possible. So be reasonable and be kind. Once you have your list of 10 plans, congratulations, you have finished your action plan. So go through whatever length of time you have chosen and make an effort to do your plans every day and to reach your goals. You know, your plans should reflect your goals. So, for example, once again, if I say that I'm going to lose 20 pounds, then I need to change my diet. And changing my diet could be a plan. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this on BoudicaVlogs is because I find women tend to be extremely under pressure from other people, and we tend to change our lives and who we are to help other people, whether it be our children, our spouses, our partners, our parents, our family members. The thing that I realized when I first created the action plan is that in order for me to help anyone else, I have to be healthy and happy, because I can't help anyone if I'm in need of help myself. So remember that, and even if you don't want to use the action plan, that's fine, but remember, you are worth time. You're worth everything. And without you, all these people who depend on you wouldn't have you to rely on. So take care of yourself. So thank you very much for watching this episode of BoudicaVlogs. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. For a more detailed description of my action plan, please follow the link in the description below, which will lead you to my blog where I have a full page written up about it. Otherwise, I wish you happy reading, and remember, you're all beautiful.